HL7 stands for Health Level 7 Messaging. If you don't know what HL7 is, you're watching the wrong video. We're here today to talk about HL7 tools, specifically free ones. If you work with HL7, then you're aware that sometimes it's really hard to find easy to use tools that can really help you in your day-to-day workload. We have some. They're here on our website, transworldscribes.com. You see it here. You just go to the website, go to downloads, scroll down until you see free software, no license required. And here are the three main products. Our Ultraport Ad Hoc HL7 Listener, our Ad Hoc Sender, and the Core HL7 Viewer. These are quality products. They're not crippled in any specific way. They're not filled with ads or anything like that. They're free and they really, really work. Now this video is going to be really quick. It's not intended to be an in-depth discussion or deep dive into any of these products. We have many other videos and they have extensive online help. So let's look at them. First, here's our Ad Hoc Listener. It will receive HL7 messages over TCP/IP. It's free. When you start it, it'll receive 100 messages max and then stop. This isn't a commercial production tool, it's a testing tool. You know, our Core HL7 Viewer lets you open HL7 messages in files or folders and look at them graphically, including clicks to get reports, including tooltips. On the hover over a field, you can look at messages in hex. It's got a wide variety of functionality, including the ability to run your own C# scripts. This is a good one. This is our Ad Hoc TCP/IP Sender. If you need to send a file with HL7 messages to an HL7 listener, this is a very simple and easy to use product. Let's look at the functionality first. Here's with our listener. All you have to do is put in the port number that you want to listen on and click the Start Session button. That's 99.9% of the time. That's all you have to do. Then you click Start Listening and it's working. Next, at this point you give somebody the port number 6904, your computer's IP address if they're on a remote system sending in to you. But for our case, we'll just test it using our Ad Hoc Sender. I've got it set to send to 6904. I've entered the IP address of this computer. I don't really have to. I can just say it's a listener on this computer, but just for demonstration, I've got the IP address in. I can test the connection. Click here. It'll tell you if I can see a listener running on port 6904 at this IP address. It says yes. You can see over here, oh look, it opened a connection and closed it. So to test it, I just start sending, and it's done. I sent 10 messages, I got back 10 acknowledgments. Over here in my listener, I've received 10 messages and I sent 10 acknowledgments. If I stop listening, I'll be able to see the results. Here's a grid of the messages. Here's the HL7 message on here on the first one. This is the HL7 acknowledgement that this listener sent back. And that's sending and receiving from our free Ad Hoc Listener and Ad Hoc Sender. Let's take a look at the viewer. Now this is our Core HL7 Viewer, the last free product we're going to take a very quick look at. You download it from our website and install it, and the amount of functionality that you get in this little program for free is really amazing. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I really like. One, this filter function. I've got 100 messages loaded into my viewer, and I need to thin that down because I'm looking for something specific. You can create filters and save them. In this one, I'm going to do this. It's a simple one. It looks for only patients' names who begin with A, B, or C. I select it, say I want to run it, and it's done. It found 23 messages. So now I only have 23, but all the patient names, last names, begin with A, B, or C. I can undo that. And I'm back to the original 100. Now that's very cool. Let's go to, for instance, the listener that we just did. Remember that? Where we received the message? So let's bring that back up. These are our results that we had. What I want to do is bring them up in the viewer. So I'm going to clear this out. Just cleared it out. Here's my message. I say I want to export the results. And it says I want to export the messages. I want to create one file, and I want to put it in this folder. Once you've done this once, it saves these settings for you. It tells me what the file is going to be named. Okay, and I just say export the results. It does it. It asks me if I want to open the folder. I could. I'm just going to say no, and I'm going to use my core viewer to go get it. And it's in C, HL7 messages, and it had a weird, there it is. There's my 10 messages, and you can see that they are the same. There's Darlene Wolf. The next one should be Rhonda Levin, etc., etc., etc. So that's very cool. You can also load multiple files in. If I go back to my 100 messages, it says, hey, do you want to clear the message store before loading the file? I can choose no, and it'll put those 100 messages right into what I'm looking at. So now I don't have 10, I have 110. So starting on message number 11, 12, that was the previous message load. I could now run my filter, etc. Run it. This time it found 26, and you see how this can be very, very helpful for working with HL7. And that's the end of this video. Consider subscribing to our channel so we can continue to produce content like this. Like the video if you liked this type of content, and put a comment on if you have any questions at all for us about how the software works or where you can get it. And that's it.